Hey everyone, it's Exeter Central Aerogauge Mole Rally by Nicholas here. Welcome to the first video for the new series called Engines of V-Line. In this series I'll be going over all the various types of locomotives that V-Line's used over the years. So in today's video, I'll be talking about the Victorian P-Class locomotive. With that said, hope you guys enjoy it. So, it was 1983 and V-Line was formed. At the time, V-Line had used a variety of ex-Victorian railways equipment, such as vintage S and B class diesels, the T class, the H class, the Y class, the X class, and the C class, as well as a variety of inherited coaching stock, such as the S and Z type passenger coaches. V-Line decided that they could not rely on these aging engines, so they wanted to build a new locomotive. In the early 1980s, the H-type passenger car was being designed. These passenger coaches were designed with push-pulls in mind, which at the time, V-Line lacked any locomotives suitable for push-pull trains. So V-Line decided to rebuild 13 first series T-class diesels into what would be known as the P-class, numbered from P11 to P23. Here is a list of which T-class diesel was converted into a P-class. Regarding technical specifications, the P stands for the class of locomotive and number signifies the road number. They had a top speed of 100 km an hour. They came equipped with EMD 645E 8-cylinder diesel engines producing 3,200 horsepower. They had a weight of 77 tons, a length of 14.55 meters, a width of 2 and a bit meters, a height of 4 and a bit meters, and they came equipped with head-end power, powered by 2 Detroit diesel engines. They all came equipped with RVB 3-chime air horns. Here's a few samples. The units were put into service starting from 1984 to 1985 and were used mainly for push-pull services, but some were put onto the occasional freight train. As time went on into 1995, several of the P-class diesels started to receive the Mark I pass paint scheme, as well as the H-type passenger cars that it pulled. In 1999, Freight Australia was formed, and V-Line ceased freight operations, with Freight Australia taking over. V-Line gave Freight Australia locomotives P19, P20, P21, P22 and P23, and they all wore the Freight Australia paint scheme up until 2004, when the company ceased operations, and Pacific National acquired all of the P-class diesels that Freight Australia owned. The units were not repainted, but the Pacific National logo was put over the original logo, and they all retained their numbers. V-Line continued to run their fleet of P-class diesels on push-pull services. They all received new paint schemes such as the Mark II pass and the Mark III pass. However, by September 2017, all of V-Line's P-class diesels were put into storage to be replaced by the V-Line Velocity DMU. However, not all hope was lost. The Southern Short Haul Railroad acquired all of V-Line's P-class diesels and put them into service. They weren't repainted, but the V-Line logo was simply patched over with SSR logos, and they have continued service to this day. As for the Pacific National ones, they were all stored apart from P22 and P23, which were acquired by the Seymour Heritage Railway Centre. The unlucky P-Class was P20. It was the only P-Class to be scrapped. Its reason is unclear, but it marks the only time when a P-Class diesel has been scrapped. Well, that does it for this video. Join me next time when I talk about the Victorian B-Class. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to Schony 747 and Greensleevs 94, who very kindly let me use some of their footage of the P-Class, as well as footage for future engines of V-Line videos. Also, if you're into watching old train videos, then it's definitely worth checking out John Phillips' YouTube channel. Link to their channels will be in the description. With that said, I would like to thank you again for watching.